To most of you, this is a top 10 vampire movie of all time. Do I agree with that? Yes, I do. But is it my favorite? No.
Welcome to slavery.
No thanks. I already had a wife.
From dusk till dawn.
Released in 1996, we are talking the horror classic From Dusk Till Dawn. I have so much history with this movie. Growing up, this was a big no-no to me. For many reasons, obviously. But what the funny thing is, my parents would be really cool with a few horror movies. But when it involved nudity, it was no. And my dad said this is one of his favorite horror movies to watch. And so when I finally got a chance to watch it, I looked at him and I said, "You like the Selma Hayek scene, don't you?" And he's like, "You're damn right." And I don't blame him. So, of course, spoilers ahead from Dusk Till Dawn. If you've not seen it, sorry, because I gotta make this one little point. If you've seen the movie Abigail that came out in 2024, one of the biggest complaints about that movie is that the trailer showed the twist, that the ballerina is a vampire. And in all honesty, yes, they show the reveal of it being a vampire movie in that trailer. To everyone out there that dearly loves this movie and makes that point about Abigail, it does the same shit. Okay? This movie does the same damn thing because this movie is an hour and 48 minutes. The vampires don't show up until the hour mark. Okay? So all of you that bitch at me about loving Abigail, but they show the twist in the trailer, From Dusk Till Dawn, they did the damn same thing. Okay? So let's halt there. Alright, so let's get straight into the positives. First things first, this was directed by Robert Rodriguez. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for saying his last name wrong. I have always said his last name wrong. But he is a director, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't love. As a kid, I loved the Spy Kids movies. And watching them today, the first two are the only ones I can watch. Everything else is very nostalgic as the third one, but everything else is just trash. And a lot of his movies are just not my favorite because he relies on cheesy cheese. Like Machete movie, I don't like. I know a lot of people like that movie. But with this movie, it's literally the last 40 minutes of Robert Rodriguez, and the first hour is a Quentin Tarantino movie, who also wrote this movie and is a co-star in this movie. I think this movie balances Robert Rodriguez's style in the best way of his entire career. This is easily my favorite movie of his entire career, and it shows. When you watch the behind the scenes of this movie, this is an indie movie with an $18 million budget. That is insane for 1996 for a horror movie of this caliber, for really not having a big megastar. Because I know what you're thinking, George Clooney, at this time frame, George Clooney was nobody. Like, he was just a small little actor. This is the movie that put him on the map, which I did not know, but I find that very funny. And I think George Clooney is awesome in this movie. He does play a criminal who does kill innocent people, but he is George Clooney, so he's charming. You love him. Then you got Quentin Tarantino as his brother, who loves feet and raping and killing women. Yeah, I gotta love that character. So when he gets killed, it's the easiest. All right, burn in hell, motherfucker. Because damn, he plays just a character you just don't like in this movie. And obviously with our two main criminals, they jump aboard this family RV because they gotta get to Mexico because they are on the run, which we have Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, and then the one actor who plays the son. I don't remember his name. But either way, Harvey Keitel, amazing. He's an amazing actor. Very good in this movie. I love his little comedic moments too in this movie. Juliette Lewis, I have always loved her, and in the 90s, she was everywhere. I mean, Natural Born Killers, California, Cape Fear. I mean, those are just some of the ones I can name, but I love her. And in this movie, she is awesome. She is playing a Juliette Lewis role you've seen before, but she works in this movie. And I love everything in the first hour of this movie because it's Quentin Tarantino dialogue. It's really serious. It's dramatic. It's got enough comedic beats. It keeps you on your toes. Like, I love the scene when George Clooney's talking to Harvey Keitel about God and how his wife, Harvey Keitel's wife, died. And George Clooney's like straight up saying like, yep, that's God for you. I love that. That is amazing dialogue. It's Tarantino. Of course you're going to get that. And then literally as soon as they get to the Titty Twister Club, we get the scene that is 100% the most iconic scene in this entire movie. And to all the people out there like, Jacob, no, it's not. It's unneeded. We don't need it. I'm sorry. I'm a guy. I have to say it. Salma Hayek's strip tease scene. That's good shit. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but to the people out there like, oh, you perv, you just like sexy women. Yeah. Yeah. It's a great scene. I love it. It's the best scene in the movie. I'm sorry. It's just, that scene is iconic because it totally shows how much she is just attracting these men in this club, to where then when she gets to that table, she pours alcohol down her leg so Tarantino could put her foot in his mouth. Now that was Tarantino. He wrote that for him. Like, there's a reason why he loves feet. It's because of that moment right there. And then the vampire carnage begins. Sorry for getting to the very last part in this review, but once the vampire stuff begins, it's a lot of fun. It's very gory. I love the practical makeup effects. A lot of the green screen CGI is not the best. I will be honest with that. But the thing is, in the 90s, to do all this practical work, it looks good. And then to mixed in the CGI, I respect it. Yes, it's aged poorly, but they use a lot of practical effects. And you got Greg Nicotero doing the effects here, so I have no problem with that. You got Tom Savini in this movie playing an actor role, not doing the makeup, which I've met him one time in my life, and he is a legend. And in this movie, I will always know him as the sex machine in this movie because growing up, that's what I knew him as. Also a rat man, because for some reason, he turns into a rat when he gets killed. He's the only one to do in this whole movie as a vampire, but whatever, from Dusk Till Dawn. And by the end of the movie, it's just gory fun. It's a fun vampire movie. You have fun with the vampires stuck in this bar. I do like that the movie actually kills characters you don't expect to die. Like, honestly, as a kid, I felt bad for Harvey Keitel and his son getting killed. I was like, oh, they were good guys. I didn't want them to die. So I respected by the end of this movie, it ended up being George Clooney and Juliette Lewis, who of course get out alive and they beat up Cheech, who plays 3 roles in this movie, by the way. It didn't dawn on me, he plays 3 roles. He plays the cop who investigated the RV, he plays the one vampire pervert, and then he plays the guy he's supposed to meet in the entire movie. Like, Robert Rodriguez loves his Danny Trejos and Cheeches, but damn it, man, why did he play 3 different roles in this movie? And also, I love the last shot in this movie. It's such a great setup for a sequel, but I've never seen the sequels or the show. So if they're good, let me know, but I've always heard they're bad, so I've never actually watched them. But From Dusk Till Dawn, it's a classic. It's got the perfect mixture of a Tarantino movie with Robert Rodriguez's style. The cheesiness, I can't lie, does kind of bother me because I'm just not a fan of his style. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Sin City and Grindhouse. Like, I don't love his over-the-top cheesiness. It's in all of his movies, and it feels like the last 45 minutes of this movie is him, which, again, he directed this movie awesomely. He did a great job. This is his best movie, in my opinion, but there is moments I'm like, if you could just dial back. Like the one moment when they shoot the shotgun up the one vampire guy and he goes to kill him and he like disintegrates right in front of him, or like when they kill the one guy with like the pool table and his eyes roll into the thing, and throwing the girls on the table and they're all 4 bodies are on the table. Like those little things, like it's cheesy, it's fun, but like the whole movie is such a serious tone while a little bit of fun, and then by the end it's like we're going over the top. And that's always been my tiny criticism. I'm not a fan of that. But I love the movie for what it is. It is a top 10 vampire movie. It's not my favorite, but it's a big old classic. I'm going to give From Dusk Till Dawn an A. So as I'm recording this, it is still September. Tomorrow is actually October for me. So when you're watching this, I believe this is like October 20th. But either way, I need to review a couple more vampire movies because I love the vampire genre. I love it to death. So expect another vampire movie in the next day or so. And the next one is one I've been wanting to talk about for a while. So hope you guys see in that video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.